On the 15th of July 2019, President H.E Mnangagwa swore in the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission. After the swearing-in ceremony, one of the commissioners, former MDC Member of Parliament and prominent lawyer Jessie Majome, had a brief interview session with the media, and this is what she said.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And how are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, maybe you can start off just telling us your main mandate as a commissioner now and what you're looking forward to.
Okay. My main mandate as a commissioner is, of course, to implement the clear provisions of the Constitution regarding the function of the Anti-Corruption Commission, which is one of the two institutions that are in Chapter 13 of the Constitution, which is devoted to and headed as institutions to combat crime. So the Anti-Corruption Commission's role is to act as a means of ensuring that Zimbabwe decisively deals with the menace of corruption. That is from a policy level and as well as even from an enforcement level. The Anti-Corruption Commission is given the mandate to take what I usually call a helicopter view around corruption in terms of the causes, the effects, and the detection of it, as well as superintending and promoting the prosecution and the holding to account in other means by the criminal law, as well as the law itself, but also even, I think the bigger role is to also promote a culture of zero tolerance to corruption in our society. So all those things that need to be done in order to have no home for corruption in Zimbabwe and totally kick it out of Zimbabwe are what the anti-corruption is mandated to do. So my role as one of the 8 commissioners under the very able leadership of the Honorable Justice Matanda Moyo is to work together in order to close rank and ensure that we get, I believe, the public of Zimbabwe as number one, to have the confidence that the state of Zimbabwe has no room for corruption, does not support it, is working against it, and that there are consequences. That's what I understand to be my role in that commission, and to help to give it direction together with the others.
We've had a lot of talk about corrupt cartels, fuel cartels. How are you going to maybe look into that as a commission?
As a commission, you see, I'm not as you can see, I'm not the spokesperson of the commission, and the commission has not yet even sat. So what I believe is that the commission, under the able leadership, as I said, of the Honorable Justice Matanda Moyo, will convene meetings, and then I want to believe that we're ready to go. All I can tell you is that, speaking for myself and from what I can tell of the other commissioners, we are raring to go, because we need to, to sit down, plan our work and map our work so that we deal with corruption, and that whatever there's fuel cartels, it's in every sector, the fuel cartel, even in the health sector, the judicial sector, the commercial sectors, absolutely everywhere. They should. Our role is to make sure that we leave no stone unturned, and we comb through our society, and that we rid our society of corruption.
And then, Commissioner, you are famous from the opposition in politics, and then you have just been appointed by the president, leader of ZANU here. What's your analysis of all this?
Of all what exactly?
You have been appointed in the past, using context from the past. There's been a bit of animosity between the ruling and opposing parties. You are coming from an opposing, it might not be MDC as an independent, and you have been appointed to the ZACC commission.
I would need your clarity. Where am I coming from?
You are an independent or opposition politician.
I'm not a politician.
You are no longer a politician.
I haven't been a politician for, I think we're in July. Hey,
barely a year.
No, it's not barely. It's a whole year. I left politics a long time ago, which is a year I consciously and voluntarily left politics myself. So I'm not a politician. I don't believe that politics is like a curse that or more or less like some blood that some DNA that you can't. It's something that you choose. Like in my case, once upon a time, I decided to take a role in active politics of my country, and then, like I decided not to. So it's not a. It's not something that you can. It's something that you decide to do or not to do.
So there's no much significance as to your appointment coming from the opposition at one
You see,
time.
you keep insisting that I'm coming from the opposition. I don't understand. If I tell you that I'm not a politician anymore,
I'm saying
then how do I
you were
come
part
from
of
the
it at one
opposition?
time. I'm saying you were part of it at one time.
I was at one time, yes.
So I'm saying there's no significance, much significance.
What do you think?
I'm a journalist. My job is to ask questions.
Yeah, but what do you, because you're asking me, what do you
I'm
think?
not allowed to share opinion.
No. I'm asking you also. I'm also allowed to ask a journalist. I'm really like, you said is there significance? I don't know, because you kept insisting that I'm a politician. I'm from the opposite. And I'm not a politician, and I'm a Zimbabwean citizen. I left, active politics. So you keep pushing me in that corner. But I have a constitutional right in terms of Section 67 of the Constitution to either formulate ideas, political ideas. Is also, as much as I keep saying to you, I can consciously enter the political arena. I can also come out, and I came, and you can't force me back there, sir. I have a right not to. So that's why I keep saying you keep, because maybe I didn't understand your question. Maybe you're not, because what exactly are you asking me?
Maybe your political background, is it not going to have a hearing with this new appointment that you appointed today?
Which political background?
In the former experience.
Are you insinuating that people who are in the opposition are more corrupt or are corrupt than others? I don't know. Help me to understand.
My question is
Help me to really understand your question.
It's an open secret. ZANU PF and MDC have not seen eye to eye in the past. You left the MDC. That is also a fact. You became an independent for some time, and then you dropped politics.
Yes.
So I'm saying to kugadzwa kwenyu kwamaitwa navamnangagwa ivo vari veZANU PF tichiconsider history yenyu yekuti makamboranawo at one time against ZANU PF. How significant is it to the...
My understanding is that, you see, the Anti-Corruption Commission is a commission established by, like I said, Section 13 of the Constitution. The Constitution is a constitution of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a republic. Zimbabwe is not a political party. So my understanding is that when His Excellency the President appointed me, after interview process, selected by the Committee on Standing Rules of Orders of Parliament, which interestingly has politicians, but when it sits as a Committee on Standing Rules and Orders, it is sitting as Parliament. It is not sitting as a political party. So my hope is that you, the media, and other Zimbabweans disabuse yourselves and ourselves of the very narrow and parochial, if I can call it, obsession with political parties, because Zimbabwe is a country, it is a state, it is a nation. It is not defined by political parties and political, because actually at the time that I left politics, I was actually not even in any political party. As far as I know, most Zimbabweans are actually not in any political party. And I think if we keep on harping about political parties and missing the fact that we are Zimbabwean, because I believe His Excellency the President is very clear about that. That is why he is able to receive a list from the Committee on Standing Rules and Orders of Parliament. That is people of different, I think, persuasions, non-persuasions, and he's able to do that. And I hope that you can also rise to that. And even Parliament itself, the arena of politics itself, is able to function as an institution of the state. So can we stop this obsession with political parties and let Zimbabwe go forward?
Thank you.
Yeah.